In this video, I'm gonna break down how high earners actually achieve their success. So here's the reality. A lot of high income earners don't even know they're deploying this strategy. They don't even know that it exists. And that's okay, just inherently it comes natural to them. It's also, if you've watched other videos of mine, why ugly fat guys can get cute girls. It's the same strategy, and it is what we call the placebo effect on steroids. It is what I refer to as the expectation effect. When you expect something to come true, I'm telling you right now, it typically occurs the way you expect it to occur. Now, this isn't some like Think and Grow Rich scheme. This isn't some like secret where if you think about it, you bring about it. It is literally in our DNA. It's wired within us. We have an energy field around every one of our cells. And this energy field exudes either someone having certainty and confidence or not. And it turns out when you look at high income earners, they all have the same thing. They exude a certain energy. And so my question for you is, what energy are you exuding? What energy are you putting out? You need to get intentional behind this. I talk about this and study this and train clients on this all day, every day, so they can have the success that they have been destined for. One of the interesting stats is that it has been said that if you spread all of the wealth evenly amongst everyone, that within 7 years, the people that have it right now will have it back. So you have to ask yourself the question, how does that work? It is not because wealth is reserved for a specific population of people, it's because wealth follows energy. And I'm not even the metaphysical guy, like I am a science research-based guy, and this is undeniable truth that all high earners have. And I'm telling you this so that you can start to adopt these ways. When I was young, and I've told this story before, I had a paper out and I never made any money because I was so shy and introverted. I was scared to go knock on the door of the people I delivered a paper to ask them for money. I don't know why. It was a self-confidence issue. It was a self-doubt issue. It wasn't that I didn't know that I delivered the service. It wasn't that I wasn't intellectually aware that every morning I dropped a paper off and that was valuable. It was that I was so scared to go get rejected by somebody saying, I don't want to pay you, or I don't have the money, or you were 10 minutes late one day, so I'm not gonna make my payment for the month. I was so scared of rejection. And I had every limiting belief as to why they shouldn't pay me versus every reason why they should. And so I exuded a lack of confidence. And so I didn't make any money. And it's the same principles that apply. And I'll break this down. There's research that shows this, and this is crazy. They took two groups of maids in a hotel, and they broke them down. They explained to both groups the value and benefits of exercise. But with group 2 and group 2 only, they explained how their daily activities, what they do at work, pushing a cart down the hall, hanging linens, cleaning the toilet, scrubbing the tubs, that was a form of exercise. And they followed them after a period of time. After 8 weeks, they measured objective criteria. And in group 2 and only in group 2, they lost weight, they lowered their body fat percentage, and they dropped their blood pressure. All because of an expectation that the things that they were doing, they didn't add any lifestyle. They didn't go to the gym anymore. They didn't change their nutrition. They didn't get a personal trainer. They literally did nothing different than group 1. They expected a change to occur with their physiology because they knew what they were doing every day could make that difference. So you have to ask yourself, well, you don't have to do anything, but I'm encouraging you. What do you expect to happen when you interact with a prospect? When you communicate to try to get money or to provide value or to convert them or to maybe do your marketing and videos? What are you expecting to happen when you do that thing? This ends up being the predominant factor in whether or not you're going to be successful or whether or not you're going to be wealthy or whether or not people are going to value enough to pay you. This is biology, guys. Like my background is as a doctor, I understand anatomy, physiology, and neurology, and that's what all this is founded in. There was a study that they took two groups of people again, and they gave them a shake. It was a milkshake. But with group 1 and group 1 only, they told them that this milkshake was the perfect ratio of fats, carbohydrates, and protein. It was super nutritious and would fulfill all their needs, not just how they felt full, but that it would actually help them with their health and vitality and function and the raw materials they needed to be healthy. On the other group, they just said, this is a milkshake that tastes good. There's no really nutritious benefits. It just tastes good. Then they took ghrelin levels, which is a specific hormone that measures how satisfied you are or not. And they measured in both groups. But in group 1 and only group 1 did those ghrelin levels change to where they were fully satisfied and their nutritional needs were actually met. They didn't feel hungry. They were what we call satiated by that milkshake that they thought was super nutritious. This group, empty calories to them. They were still nutritionally deficient, but it was the same shake. But their level of belief, conviction, and expectation when they drank the shake changed the makeup of that shake as it got in the body. Guys, this is so fascinating to me. I'm still amazed. Like, I tell you this research and I'm like, I don't know exactly how that happens. I just know it does. And the same thing applies to how you believe about yourself, what you expect to happen. We, in the world of neuroscience, call this nerves that fire together, wire together. And it turns out that when you fire these nerves, that you have a high level of conviction, belief, and expectation about the result that you desire, that is more likely to come true. Not because you think about it, but because you literally have an energy that you exude because of the expectation, because of the neurology that's wired within. The brain requires a catalyst. In the cases I just gave you example, the catalyst with the maids, it was their daily activity on the job that allowed them to believe that they were getting healthier and that they were losing weight and that they were increasing the function of their heart that helped them reduce their blood pressure. It was an expectation, it was a catalyst. The milkshake, on the other hand, in the other study, was a catalyst. And the expectation created this catalyst to make a change within their physiology. So I'm telling you, it's no different for you. And it's the major difference that all high income and high earners produce that allows them to have the success that they have. And so if you're sitting there right now and you're like, you know what, I'm not experiencing the success that I feel like I'm supposed to. I know I'm made for more, I'm settling. It's not about some grandiose thing that you need to change. It's an internal thing. In healthcare, we say the greatest doctor is on the inside. It also comes, the greatest success comes from the inside out. Your next level of success and growth is gonna come from the inside out. When you recognize the research, the science, the truth behind the inside being the key ingredient, that's when things change. And so for me, I've had an experience of a catalyst 3 different times in my life. One, when I became a doctor and understood some healing principles. That was a catalyst to get me excited, to get me passionate, to get me convicted. Another one was when I started to understand how communication really works. It allowed me to break out of my introvertedness or think that that is a limiting factor, but it was actually a strength. And then the third thing is wrapped around this concept I'm teaching you right now, that belief is actually a result. And so if this is resonating with you and you know you need help finding your catalyst, or maybe strengthening your catalyst, or refining your catalyst so that you can create the belief in yourself that others see and read and feel and respond to, I want to help you with that. It's why I created Catalyst Consultant, because the brain requires a catalyst. And this is what I do all day, every day. Listen, I'm telling you, you don't have to change a lot, but when you tweak a little bit from the inside out, you can reach the success that you know and see others get. Click the link below. Would love to help you, talk to you. In the meantime, create a greater expectation for yourself and for those around you. That's it for me, Dr. Dan. I'm out.